Breaking news, this is live pictures. Former President Trump is about to land in New Jersey, and then he's going to go straight to his club in Bedminster, where we anticipate we know he's going to meet with donors, and anticipate he'll give a speech about 30 minutes long. He, of course, pleaded not guilty to 37 counts of handling classified documents in Florida today. And I just want to show you a new image, because we've been showing you one courtroom image of the court drawing where he was standing alongside his lawyers and whatnot in the background. Here's a plane landing in Newark. But we do now have this one, which is still doesn't really look like him, I'll be honest, maybe 30 years ago, but crossing his arms. Ty Cobb is with me, of course, former Trump White House lawyer. So Ty, here's the thing. Our reporters who were in the room describe him, his plane is landing here, describe him as slumped over, scowling, looking dejected at moments, for lack of a better word. And he was silent, right? Obviously, he didn't address the court at all. His lawyer did all the talking for him. You've represented him in the past. Do you read anything into this?
You know, some. I didn't actually represent him personally. I represented the White House itself. But I was advising him. And that's Trump, when he basically wishes he was somewhere else. He's not in control. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want other people to think he has to be there. So he's trying to dominate the dynamic simply by
But he thinks the slumping and the scowl shows his power.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So it's not a revealing moment. It's a purposeful moment.
It's a purposeful moment.
Okay, which I think is obviously significant that you share that. So did you ever think you'd see a day like this?
From the time I was growing up in Kansas to today, I hoped all my life as an American that I would never see a day like this. I think this is a very sad day for America. It's the gravity of it can't be overstated. So no, I never thought I'd see a day like today.
And now here we are talking about what happens next. So while Nada, the Trump aide, right, who's by his side right now on that plane, going to get off and be by his side in Bedminster, alleged co-conspirator, with him at the restaurant, with him every step of the way, right? No separation between the two. He's going to be arraigned in 2 weeks because he doesn't have representation yet, Ty. Do you see any reason why Nada would ever, and I've been asking this to everyone, why he would ever turn on Trump, but also, given what we know in the indictment, do they need him to?
So those are two great questions, and they are as distinct as you put them.
Yeah.
One, do I think somebody may be able to convince him that his, notwithstanding how proud he is of his service to the president, notwithstanding how proud he is of his belief that he's still serving the country by serving the president, that'll make it very hard for him to flip, unless he gets representation that is able to persuade him of how misplaced that loyalty is and how overwhelming the facts are. I heard one guest earlier today talk about the perceived unlikelihood of Nada being convicted. He's dead. I mean, they have him on tape. They have pictures. They've
got text, they've got video, they've got pictures.
They've got pictures that he took and sent. And then he moved the boxes. And as a result, the attorneys weren't able to find the documents. He's definitely in substantial jeopardy, and I think will be convicted unless he testifies. And on the issue of do they need him a lot less now than they once did. And particularly, his initial denials, which were unfortunate, that may contribute to the government deciding just to proceed,
not even give them the chance. They don't need it.
Just to proceed without another offer.
So Cy Vance, former DA here in New York, was on earlier, and we were talking about the Attorney General of New York, Letitia James. She is saying that everything else is going to go on the back burner because of this case. She was including Alvin Bragg. She also was including yet uncharged crimes in Georgia, which she said would take a back burner. Of course, there's also the potential of the special counsel to bring January 6th charges. I mean, there's a lot of possible indictments coming down the pike. Do you agree with her analysis that this has now become the single most important thing, and that the system, the judges, there will be a sense of either hold off on indictments or hold off on cases until this is done?
So I agree with her assessment without her assessment. I mean, this is the most important thing going on. Her assessment is telling to me because I believe, as would be typical, given the number of prosecutors involved, that there's some coordination going on, about dates or about times or about we want this witness now and you can have him when. But the reality is, I do believe that everything will take a backseat to this, with the exception of January 6th, which will continue to proceed. But I don't think that'll proceed quickly to an indictment. I think that decision will be delayed, and that they're still on the fence about an indictment or a full report.
A report. All right. Thank you very much, Ty Cobb.
My pleasure.